Hello and welcome to another episode of Solo Inter Podcast. And this is such a happy episode right now, so close, 1 point away. And I mean, what a redemption arc for Ericsson, the guy who was shunned in the first half of the season. And he scores a crucial goal again for us, like the first goal, the opening goal after a frustrating first half. With me, as usual, is Manish and Parmeshwar. Hi, Parmeshwar, back again.
Yeah,
How's it
yeah,
like? A crucial win.
yeah, man. First of all, yeah, it's good to be back after a long time, and all of us have smiles across our face, and it says why. It's just now, it's so close now. It is. We are done with 35 matches. Just need 1 point to clinch the title, and yeah, come to the match. I understand it was a bit frustrating. I remember you were unhappy with the start. I know many Inter fans were unhappy with the start, but we saw that it was a bit sluggish to begin with, but we saw the team was trying. Sensi was a spark in the initial minutes. I thought he was driving forward, taking shots too. He was genuinely trying, and unlucky, Lukaku hit the post. Corda saved Sensi's shot, and it was one of those games where you can say Crotone are last, but if you really focus on what Crotone have actually been doing in the league, Simi, he has 19 league goals, and having 19 league goals for a 20th place team, it says a lot. And they were never going to be that easy. And Barella said it in his interview recently. He said that the team is a bit fatigued, and you could see that. Even Barella, he's not been in the best of forms. And honestly, I was a bit worried, like everyone else, like you, Gautam. I was worried to an extent that we might be held to a draw, but eventually Ericsson comes on, unlocks the game, and yeah, it was after that. I think Crotone had to push, and then that's where we found our mojo. Hakimi with the goal on the counter, and just to highlight everyone's frustration, Opta Paulo posted the stat at halftime. I think midway through the match that Inter have hit the woodwork 10 times in the last seven Serie A matches. So we have been a bit unlucky, right? So uh, it is what it is. I mean, we didn't get the first half goal or we didn't get anything, but what matters at this point is that the team shows the right resolve to come back into it and win the match when they really have to, and they didn't mess it up under pressure. And I think defensively they balanced it out well. You could see Simi wasn't very involved, and Adam Munoz did cause us a few problems. He did give Barella a hard time. He nutmegged Barella, but I think overall we were fine, and it was just I'm just happy to see the result on the team's part. Yeah.
Yeah, Manish, like coming to you now, like again, a frustrating first half, but did you expect it to be so tough? Or, I mean, I know you were saying it would be tough again with Crotone, even though they are 20th. You knew that it was going to be tough, but did you expect such a frustrating first half wherein, like, okay, it's coupled with bad luck as well, but did you feel that we were a little bit too lethargic in the first half, or did you just put it down to bad luck?
First of all, I'd like to say Pazza Inter style we won it. Oh, sorry, that is the old theme. The new theme is I am Inter. That's the new theme. Yes. So yeah, it's like Gotham. I always bring back old memories. I think when Inter played Siena also back in the day when we won the scudetto, I was comparing that match to this one. Away to Siena, we struggled. We had the best
Mm.
treble winning squad, and I think one Diego Milito second half goal was enough to win 1-0. So I thought pretty much was the same exactly repeat was happening. 1-0 was the way we're going to take the match. But nonetheless, last minute Hakimi scored and took it 2-0 win, which the scoreline seems comfortable, but the match was far, I think, from comfortable. The first half, like you said, yes, the players were lethargic, but saying that Sensi was the only fresh point. He was everywhere. He was doing 1-2 passes. He was taking shots. He was taking on his man. Clever runs in, and that was a good move for bringing on Sensi because that guy definitely wants to prove his worth. And I think Conti unleashed him at the right time, and he had one of the good matches. So first off, although we had a lot of chances, Sensi would have scored, I think, a couple of them, but
Yeah.
uh, I think like bad luck hit the post and all those things. So yeah, but saying the second half, we definitely came back stronger, and I think the main changer was substitution. The substitution was the game changer. Bringing in three solid players off the bench, you could see that what are three world-class players: Perisic, Sanchez, and Ericsson. Three of them
And
like the
finally,
best
we have a
passers.
world-class bench also.
Yeah, and you could see that there, as soon as he came, the spark all of a sudden came. Inter was all over the place again. Crotone couldn't do anything much, but and And this time match, it was either a own goal, it was a deflected goal, or a penalty. That was the only way to break because the luck was not on our side.
Yeah.
But saying that, Ericsson, very good shot. You see this guy's getting his mojo back. He's getting his confidence back. And he can score these type of goals. He is known to score outside the box. And yet again, one more he scores. Credit to the lad, he scored. And yes, very good and valuable points for the Scudetto.
Sticking with you, Manish, like, do you feel now Ericsson is a nailed starter after his performance today as well? Like, Sensi will be a substitute, bench player now next season probably, or a rotation player, and Ericsson has actually sealed his spot as a starter even after today's performance as well.
Mm, mm.
No, that could be actually a lot of things. It depends all on the Zhang's meeting now. Zhang is going to sit with the squad and decide what you're going to do. Because one thing, our main priority is put a wage bill down. And if that's the case, we would see a lot of players leave, like big players, people like Arturo Vidal, Kolarov, and possibly even Ericsson could leave. Because for me, the only confirmed starter is Barella. And next season, if Sensi is fit, Sensi was most likely to start. So between Brozovic and Ericsson I'm doubtful for next season. But Ericsson for me is playing really good. He's brought a lot of important aspect of his game, which is helping Inter. But saying that his wages are still one of the highest at the clubs, so it's not a sure starter for next season. Or if Sensi is well and fit, Sensi and Barella are going to take the spot. So it's between Ericsson and Brozovic. One of them we are going to sell if we are looking to gain some funds.
Okay, Parmeshwar, coming to you now, do you feel a little bit concerned about Lukaku and Lautaro's goal drought now? It's been 5 matches, or is it like just tiredness creeping into them because it's been a long season anyway?
See, yeah, I think, if anyone is concerned out there about the two, it is sort of justified, but I'm not really very concerned because the thing is, it is exhaustion to a point because Barella openly said that the team is a bit jaded and people might say we only play in one competition, but that's not the case. You see, up until the last game, we only play up until this game actually we played like every 3-4 days, so that still takes a toll. And the way we play, it's not easy. People need to see how we play. We are very aggressive in what we do. It might not really show in our pressing, but the way we hold our shape, the work ethic that goes into Conte's playing style. And he said it in his previous interview that my method is what he said is that my method can be a bit taxing, but if people want more than mediocrity and people want to be successful, they need to buy
Yeah,
into this and they need to give it their all, and that involves making sacrifices and not having your individual interests above that of the teams, right? So yes, Lukaku is not getting the goals, but his older play proved to be vital today, right? Yes, Lautaro didn't get a goal either, but then his work ethic, Lautaro is one of probably the best presser in the team, leading
yeah,
leading the charge. So Lukaku got his assist, Lukaku worked his socks off, and of course his goal was chopped off, unfortunately. But then when I look at a stat right now, which I have with me, it says he has 20 goals and 10 assists now in the league, and that is the best since Opta started taking stats since 04-05 season. So see, everybody is doing their bit, and I think it's just exhaustion, Gautam. And yes, I can maybe understand some people's worry that maybe the teams have started figuring us out, but that has been there since before. The thing is, teams have known how we play for a long time. So it's the quality that makes the difference. And I think it's just exhaustion creeping in at this point. And I would just like to add, before I cap, I would just like to add what Manish said. I think, see, of course, we have to cut our wages and everything. But I think Zhang has this responsibility now of not signing big players but retaining the squad. That's the biggest
yeah,
responsibility because I think it's in everyone's best interest that Conte stays for himself and for others because Conte is not going to get a very good job or the same salary elsewhere. Same with Beppe Morata, who said pre-game that he wants to start a cycle here. So they will work something out, I feel. I hope so at least. And that would involve especially retaining the key players. Like, of course, you don't want to keep someone like Kolarov and maybe not even Vidal because Vidal is
yeah.
costly and he's just not being able to return to full fitness. But I think Zhang will try his best to solve this situation. He's going to get a 270 million loan, which is not going to increase our debts. There's a whole formula behind that. We can look at it later. but he is trying. So I think the best thing for Inter fans would be to look at all that at the end of the season and just enjoy the run right now, because I think as Inter fans over the years we have had too much to stress, too much to worry about, and I think we deserve to enjoy this moment. So that's all I wanted to say. And I think if you don't have
Yeah,
anything, we can jump into player. Yeah,
yeah.
sorry,
So
you
like,
wanted to.
yeah, like, do you feel like the next few matches we will all be relaxed? Like we just need 1 point. We might not even need that point if Atlanta drop points tomorrow. So
Yeah,
we think
yeah,
finally after 11 years we'll watch a few matches which like it doesn't matter what the result is. That like
yeah,
go ahead
yeah.
enjoy. And do you feel like Radu will be given a chance?
Yeah, I think Radu will start. Conte initially said that he will rotate the team, but after that, in his pre-match press conference, he said that he will give chances to those who deserve to start. So he'll still not, rotate
No,
like
no,
a madman.
I
It's not.
feel like no. I think he said people who deserve to start and people who
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
deserve to start as well, and we're doing them a
yeah.
favor by giving them a starting
Or maybe
position.
then
I
I
think
misread.
he
Yeah,
was
maybe then
referring
I
to Pinamonti.
Yeah, so maybe
Oh,
then I
okay.
misread that part, but my bad. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, I can definitely see him playing Pinamonti and everyone. I don't think he'll go like Gaga. Like I don't think he'll play like Gagliardini, Vecino, Sensi, and then Pinamonti up front. I don't think he'll do that, but he'll give everyone a fair chance. That's what I feel, and I think that is important because you see Conte, he really appreciates everyone at the club. Even in his pre-match press
Hmm.
conference for Crotone, he said he didn't give the credit only to the team. He said it's the gardeners, it's the chefs, it's everyone, and he really appreciates it. He just is, you see it in his Instagram posts, and I think he will definitely return the favor for those who are patient. Yeah.
Yeah, Manish, like, do you feel like we can continue this unbeaten run till the end of the season?
No, we can continue, but the thing is, we
Yeah.
got an objective. Yeah, once you reach your
Yeah.
objective, and like you just mentioned in the previous point, it's time to give chance to other players who
Exactly.
haven't played much. So players like Pinamonti, although if they come on as a substitute or if they start the game, I'm sure they're going to give them all. And Conti, irrespective, it's a training ground. If it's a pre-match, this guy is going to yell his lungs out. He's going to scream for every ball. That's just his personality. So it's not like he's going to sit relaxed on the bench and let the take over. No, we will try definitely keep the winning run, but once your objective is reached, it's all cool. It's all fair to drop few points here and there.
All right, so let's get to the player rating quickly. And Handanovic for you, Manish. Like initially itself, the first shot he couldn't hold it. Second shot he just parried it away. Like, what do you make of his performance?
Uh, like I said, I think Onus had a couple of shots. The Napoli forward is on loan, and he had taken a couple of tricky shots. And I thought Skriniar was at fault, one or two, gave him a lot of space.
Yeah.
But fair credits to Handanovic, he stopped it. So I would give a decent rating of 6. Nothing much. He came out of his line a couple of times to parry some crosses and stuff.
Hmm.
But nonetheless, I don't give this guy. He's a captain. We all give enough respect for that. He didn't have a bad match as such, but yes,
Yeah.
respectable 6 rating from my side.
Hmm.
Skriniar for you, Parmeshwar.
Yeah, so Skriniar, I think Skriniar was actually, if I had to pick the best of the lot, maybe not the best of the three defenders, but I think Skriniar was really solid. In the second half, he made that really important interception on Simi when Simi had run past Barella. And initially, for some reason, I thought it was Brozovic who made that, but it was Skriniar when I saw it again. But yeah, Skriniar was really solid. I think the backline, the thing is we've reached a point at this stage that the backline is so well coordinated that you can't really find a difference between the three. It's
Yeah.
maybe who was that slightly better or who was slightly worse off, and I don't think anyone was worse off. So Skriniar, I'll give him a 7.5 because I think you need his contribution so that the other two do well. So I think a 7.5.
Yeah, even Debray I would give 7.5 because, like you
Yeah,
said, the three of them are a unit. Bastoni, Debray,
yeah,
and
Bastoni
Skriniar.
also from my side
yeah,
7.5. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Exactly. You have to rate them as a unit. So,
Yeah.
and
and sorry, just
hopefully,
because.
yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Gautam, go
No,
ahead,
no,
please.
go ahead, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say something about Devray just before you move on. The thing is, this guy is, I think what goes unnoticed is at times by many people, at least neutral, is his composure. He's so good. Like, I've never seen such a composed defender in so long at the club. I mean, Skriniar and Bastoni are there, but Devray brings this whole other level of composure into the club, and I think he made this important tackle on Simi or Unas as well in the first half. So just
Yeah.
wanted to add that. Yeah.
I mean, that was the goal scoring chance, I guess, that the first one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I think it was Maldini who said that when people asked him, why don't you slide? Like when you're in position, you don't need to slide. You
Yeah.
can do simple things. I think that's
Exactly.
what De Vrij does.
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
people don't realize that he's in position all the time. He knows what he's doing,
Yeah.
and he doesn't need fancy slides to save the
Yeah.
moment.
Exactly. I
And
couldn't agree more.
yeah, Manish, Hakimi for you.
Hakimi, our Flash, our very own Inter's Flash. Uh, he had a good game.
Yeah.
Couple of passes, a couple of crosses in the first half, and the shot, the final which he scored. What a aplomb he scored with left foot under the keeper. That shows his confidence, yeah. Whereas anybody else would try to overdo it, try to beat his keeper, try to
Yeah.
lob the keeper. He didn't do anything fancy, even for a classic, and that also with his
Exactly.
weak left foot under the keeper. And I would give a rating of 7.5 to Ashraf Hakimi.
Definitely. Yep.
And
Yep.
Darmian for you, Parmesh.
Yeah. So the thing with, I think Darmian wasn't bad. If anyone out there thinks he was bad, I think defensively he was very solid. He did his job defensively, covered every space, won duels. But I think offensively today he wasn't there. He got dispossessed a few times, and I think I have to give Crotone the credit to close him down. Like I think Molina did a good job on him, and I think Darmian going forward, he's best when he comes on as a sub. I think that's what it is, and it's okay, it's all right because Darmian has saved us. We have seen it; he saved us, so it's fair. He had a pretty decent game, and I think if we give Hakimi a 7.5, I think I'll give Darmian a 6.5. Darmian with a 6.5. Yeah, I think it's pretty decent.
Apologies for rating. I would give Hakimi an 8 rating, sorry, not 7.5,
Cool, yeah,
because
definitely because of the goal. Yeah, the goal.
0.5 extra, yes, definitely for
And
the goal.
was that Hakimi's seventh or eighth goal of the season in the league?
Seventh goal.
Seventh and
All,
six assists.
so this guy is quite unlucky because a lot of times he give passes, but it got disallowed
Yeah,
for offside or
exactly.
something like
Yeah,
that.
And
But
he
yeah,
should have been in double digits as well in goal scoring. If he had
definitely.
finished, I mean,
A
if he
lot
won,
he's good.
yeah.
yeah. So
And
Gotham, yeah, who's the player you're rating next?
I saw Brozovic. I think I would give him a
Hey, come
five.
on, go easy, man. I know you don't like him, but be fair, be objective, man.
Okay, I was going to give him five just because you said that I'll give him a six, but
Yeah,
I still feel like I mean, it wasn't like he was lazy, but he
Hmm.
wasn't concentrating that much in the first half. Somehow I felt like it's not like he's trying too hard, but he
Hmm.
thought it's just Crotone. Let me just like go through my motions and the ball will reach. But he did his job. But I still think he had a bad game. So, but just
Okay.
because you said don't get really
Just be
bad,
objective. Just be
yeah,
objective. That's all I want. Yeah, yeah. That's fair enough. I mean, he didn't. I could definitely see a drop in him and Barella. I wouldn't deny that. It was definitely there. But yeah, Manish, coming to you, what do you think? Who do you rate, Barella or Sensi?
Barella.
Who do you want to rate? Barella.
Barella, I thought he had one of his good matches. I think last
Oh,
4 or 5
okay.
matches he seemed offbeat. I've been very harsh on Barella. I think last 6 games, I think I and Gotham and with you, I had a lot of discussion
Hmm.
that ever since we've been praising him a lot, there has been a slump in his
Yeah,
form. But
yeah.
this game, he was giving a lot of crosses. He was whipping in good balls actually. But somehow we couldn't capitalize on that. But this guy's energy is required in the team, and without him, it's like an engine. He's an engine in our midfield. You know, he gets the ball, he starts running. Otherwise, Eriksson and Brozovic, like Gautam said, Brozovic tends to seem like a lazy player. He doesn't run much of the ball, but his passes are really crucial. But Barella for me is an engine. So I would give him a rating of 6.5 for Barella. Not one of his best games, but definitely much improvement from previous weeks.
Hmm.
And
So
Lukaku.
Now
Sensi,
we are
I'll rate
Sensi.
I'll rate Sensi. I guess I'm on Sensi because I think you rated Brozovic, right? So Sensi, I think if you go by the first half, he was the man of the match of the first half. I think he was really good. Progressive
Definitely.
runs, not afraid. And I just checked a stat that he created the most chances in the whole game. And I think it was a really good match from him, given that it's not easy to start in such games. I would give Sensi. Sorry, Manish, what did you rate Barella again? I missed that.
I rated 6.5, I believe, right,
Okay.
Gautam?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
6
6.5.
point if I'm not.
6.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with Sensi, I think since he was really good and a notch above Brozovic and Barella, I would go with a 7.5 for Sensi. And I just found this video of the whole locker room going crazy. So you guys need to check it out. Conte is busy dancing with the players. You guys check it out whenever. Yeah, it's hilarious. But yeah, coming back to the ratings, Gautam, I think you can go ahead with Lukaku or Lautaro,
Lukaku,
whoever you
yeah,
like.
Lukaku is like, I would give him an 8 because again, as usual, it's been like, I think the defenders have all decided, let's just foul him whenever he has a back to the ball, like back to the
Yeah,
goal. Like, let's not
yeah,
let him turn at all. It's okay. We'll take the
yeah,
free kick, just foul him. Don't give
yeah,
him spaces. Stick to him like on
yeah,
leash. Don't let him move. He
yeah,
had the same
yeah,
problem again. Like,
yeah,
hopefully the referees protect him more. Like, it shouldn't be like,
yeah,
oh, Lukaku is strong, so he can handle it. But you keep
yeah.
nagging away at him like that, there's chance of him getting injured also.
Exactly. Yeah. And
And
and and I think Gautam, just to add to what you say, he is a bit exhausted. If you're starting 17 consecutive games, you are
yeah,
exhausted, and I'm not going to take it against him. And he hit the post too. He was
correct.
being grabbed by Golemich. He still hit the post.
And that was a
So
beautiful header. I thought that was
yeah,
going in.
I think he
And
had a
exactly.
similar header, I think, last game, also previous game.
Yep,
yeah,
He just
exactly.
flicked it
Yeah,
off.
so when I
exactly.
Again hit
saw
the
the header,
post.
I thought definite goal. I was half out of my
Exactly.
seat thinking it's goal. And
Exactly. Same. Yeah.
I mean, it was
Yeah.
tougher to hit the post in that situation
Yeah.
than a goal. And somehow it hit the post and had a goal disallowed as well because, okay, Perisic was offside or something, but
Yeah.
unlucky. But yeah, still, but I would give him an 8.
8. Manish, coming to you, Lautaro Martinez.
Lautaro, although he doesn't score, but this guy's work rate is too good, man. I like the
Exactly.
guy. He took one shot which again hit the post, but I'm a big fan of Lautaro now. Initially, I was a bit skeptical. This guy needs to improve a lot, but
Mm.
Conte has overall changed his game style, and this guy definitely works for the team. I would give him a rating of 7.5 to Lautaro, although he didn't score, but still, his overall contribution is quite positive
I mean,
in my
hopefully that bicycle it should have gone in. That would have been amazing in the first half.
opinion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Permission coming to the substitute.
Ericsson. I'm going for Ericsson, man, because I'm not. I don't know how to I don't know what much to say for the others. Like they were pretty decent, but coming to Ericsson, as I think Gautam and Gautam, you touched upon a brief moment, like a few moments ago. His confidence is on another level. The Ericsson before January wouldn't even take that shot. He wouldn't even dare to take that
Yeah,
shot. He was that low on confidence. And after he scored that goal versus Napoli, beautiful goal there. And of course, it took a deflection, but you have to take such shots. And he's one of those few players who keeps trying, taking shots from the outside of the box. Not many others do, along with Sensi. So I'm really happy with him. I think his goal changed things around, and Crotone then had to push up eventually, and we took advantage of that. And I think overall, after he came on, he looked very composed on the ball. He kept his passes going. He just, I think, offered what Brozovic couldn't at the optimal level today. And for that, I think I'm going to give him, might be a bit extravagant, but I think I'll give Ericsson an 8 because I think his goal really changed things around. I
yeah,
think he deserves credit for that. Yeah, that's just for Ericsson. Yeah,
yeah. And Perisic for you, Manish.
yeah,
Perisic also, he came on a lot of
yeah,
positive contribution, a lot of
def-
energy in the left side of the flank.
mm,
And that's good. We have two types of players. One, Darmian was a bit conservative and
yeah,
Perisic was aggressive. He was
yeah,
all over the place. He was quite foolish on the offside one, which definitely would have been his goal because
mm,
he had acres of space, nobody to challenge him. He just should have timed his run well. But nonetheless, 7.5 rating for this guy. He came on and what a fresh energy, burst of energy.
mm,
Yeah, I would give Alexis same thing because
mm,
I mean, he is again an energy guy. That's it.
yeah,
So, and he's one of my
yeah,
favorite players. Like he causes so much trouble to the defenders, and I mean, I always feel like he should be a super sub. I mean, he should accept the role of a super sub instead of a starter because
mm,
I think this Inter squad. I mean, there are rumors that Alexis after the Jan window was shown that this is a family kind of atmosphere and to stay here.
mm,
So
mm.
there might be a chance he might be let go because of his wages, but otherwise, I feel he should accept the role of a super sub because even that is crucial role in
Yeah,
our
yeah,
team.
The
definitely.
question is, can Inter afford to pay 7 or 7.5 million for a
Yeah,
bench who
yeah,
comes for last 20, 15 or
yeah.
20 odd minutes,
But
Gautam?
yeah, that I mean, that's definitely a question, and I mean, I'm pretty sure Zhang and all will look into it. But I mean, we all hope that we retain the squad at the end of the season, going forward into next season. I was reading a report by Sky Italia saying that Inter are expected to retain this squad, barring a few changes like Kolarov, Ashley Young, and all those.
Vidal, yeah.
But yeah, Vidal, of course, that the first ones being the deadwood, of course, leaving the club. And let's hope. But I think those things we should not focus on right now because we don't deserve to be so stressed out. Like it's been so long, so I think we can finally go into rating Conte and the team. So I think we should all rate it because it's only two essential. So if I wanted to rate Conte, I think there was not much wrong on his part. I can't really blame him for anything. I think he made timely subs like 65th minute.
Yeah.
I think I'll give Conte an 8 because his game management was fine. And some people question that why was Eriksen bench. I would just like to say this because you can't bench Sensi all the time. I know you need to build his confidence too. He deserves to start too. He can't bench him all the time. And I think that was the right move. It was the right move to start Darmian because I think it showed Perisic the motivate to come on and attack from the get-go. And I think I'll give Conte an 8 for that. And what about you guys? How do you rate Conte today?
Yeah, I would rate him an 8 as well because he got his game plan right and
Exactly.
he motivated the team and he got us to a title. And this match could have gone wrong for us because for most of these players, it's their first title and we needed this win. It could have gone wrong, but he didn't let it go wrong. Even after the bad luck of the first half.
Exactly.
He didn't let them keep their heads down. He motivated them and got the result in the second half. So I would give him an 8.
Manish, what about you?
I would give one up. I'll go for a 9 rating Conte.
Fair enough.
The substitution 3 at a time, bold substitution. Perisic, Eriksen, Sanchez, all at one go. It's not like one substitution at a time. He went for all three, went for the kill. And after we scored the first goal, so we never gave up. We went for the second. That got disallowed. Again, we went for a second. Whereas I thought the conservative Conte would sit back and defend with Parker Bus and Parker Plane and just block the attack. But no, we didn't. And that shows Hakimi's goal in the 92nd minute. And
perfect.
Conte's master plan. Amazing.
And also to add, Manish, I'm glad he didn't bring on D'Ambrosio, Gagliardini, or Vecino because it's not anything against them. But as you said, at times we tend to sit back way too much against these teams, and it does affect us. Like the Cagliari match, we could have conceded, and I think I'll probably add a 0.55 for that. So I'll give him an 8.5 for that. But yeah, I think coming to the team performance, I think. Yes, I can understand Gautam's frustrations in the first half, and eventually I think the team improved a lot. They never gave up, in my opinion. But I think team performance, I'll give an 8 because I think if players like Barella are openly admitting that they are a bit exhausted mentally and physically, and then to go on and win such matches, yes, people will say it's Crotone, but it's not easy to do so. I think the resolve and the focus is just there. I just can't associate Inter so focused over the past 6-7 years. It's just good to see, and I think for that I'll give them, let's say 8.5, not 8.5 for sure. What about you, Gautam and Manish?
I would give an 8 just for the first half performance, which I felt like it was a bit lacking. Otherwise, I would have given an 8.5 or 9 as well, but just for the first half kind of lackluster performance, I would give an 8.
I would give a rating of 8.5. I thought first half we were just unlucky. If Sensi have taken his chances, he had a couple of good ones. We should have been 1 or 2-0 up. So no, I wouldn't blame Inter's performance such. Sensi was the spark. This guy needs some confidence. He needs some goals, but nonetheless, overall, very good performance. The team, very good intention. Because you know what, this type of matches is where the team already thinks, Scudetto's already won. We don't need to put the best foot forward. But no, everybody played well. Our defense, including, was really good. So yeah, an 8.5.
Yeah.
All right. So there you have it, folks. Another happy episode, another episode of Solo Inter Podcast. We are there on other platforms as well, like Google Podcast, Apple Podcast.
Just before we go, this Gagliardini, man, he's gone on Twitter and he's written Scudetto and he's not put the O, man. I hope this guy's not jinxed it. I hope this guy's not cursed.
No, that's what. He didn't put the O because we haven't won yet. So it's
I get it, but man, calm the hell down.
I mean, now, I can say, dude, Scudetto is coming.
It's done. Now it's not about jinx permission. It's just 1 point now.
So even if tomorrow we don't win, Atlanta has to win all the matches, right? Atlanta cannot afford to drop points at all.
Exactly. Atalanta have to win everything. But if you see their fixtures, it's probably a very good fixture list. Not probably, it is. all we need Sassuolo is to get a draw, or we need to, if Sassuolo lose tomorrow, we
No,
at least need
I'm
to get a
saying
draw.
correct. I'm saying let's say Atlanta wins against Sassuolo.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
going forward, Atlanta cannot drop a point at all.
Yeah, not at all, because we need
Yeah,
a one.
but
We need
now
1
that
point.
probability is like,
Yeah.
I think too much
Yeah,
calculation for
I
that.
guess I
Gotham,
guess I guess
just
it's just
relax.
me being
Just think
really,
that 99% we
Yeah.
won it. Like Gagliardini wrote scudetto, it is just missing the
Hmm.
O, and that could be well won tomorrow against. We could be champions after 10 long years tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Hopefully
I mean,
tomorrow. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, like, I don't think Conte would have celebrated the way he celebrated. Like you said, the dressing room video.
Yeah. It's just not a doubt on the team's part. It's just the typical Inter fan being
Correct.
cautious of all
No,
the
but
traumatic experiences in the past.
exactly. But no more. It's
Yeah.
not the Pazza Inter
Yeah,
anymore.
exactly. This is not
It's the
that
new
Inter,
I
but
am Inter.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just recommend you guys to go check anyone who's listening to this podcast, go read or watch Conte's interview, because he's actually spoken about the anthem being changed and everything. And
Yeah.
so it's just go check it out. It's a very good interview, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Gotham, you can cap it off.
Yeah. So we are there on other platform. Oh, you're listening.
Yeah, I'm watching.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
You can see Conte
Alright.
jumping and celebrating.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
Good, guys. So yeah, hopefully we're champions for the next podcast. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We are on other platforms as well. Apple Podcast, Google Podcast. All the links will be below. Do let us know. Will we win the Scudetto tomorrow or next week? Because I think
Subscribe.
it's done.
Yeah. Subscribe to our channel, and please don't forget to click on the bell icon, because you will get notifications as soon as
Yeah.
we upload a video, and that helps us a lot. So would appreciate that.
And see you guys soon. I am Inter. Forza Inter.
Forza Inter.
Forza Inter.
And I am Inter too.